I'm not sleazy free. Oh, ballin' and demons, then hit the roof up. Still on this goop punch. 6 grams, a few blunts. High as fuck. Called up my locs. Let's go to Lennox.
Thank you for tuning in to Reviews on Record. We are on the lovely Florida A&M campus today, and we're going to do our reviews out here as well as give out some newsletters. The review that we're going to highlight today is from Author Lakeisha Johnson. She submitted her book called Miss Nice Nasty. Cover will be inserted. This book was a fiction read, women's literature as well as women's erotica. It was a great storyline. I can actually imagine myself watching this movie play out on Lifetime. The storyline was well developed. The characters were well developed. Everything about the storyline itself was just magical. This book obviously went through no edits. There were so many misspelled words, things of that nature. It didn't take away from the storyline because it's a great storyline. But when you're producing art like this, you want to make sure that the editing is superb because it will stand out. Missing words, misused words, missing letters to words. The formatting was off. Conversations was placed in whole narrative paragraphs when they should have been separated so you to know who was talking at what time. It was a lot of time the conversations were between several different people, but because it didn't indicate who was talking, you got lost. You had to reread several times to make sure that you matched up those responses to the character that was talking. Aside from that, once that's corrected, that's a great story. Also, the character of the story, main character, Miss Nice Nasty, that's what we're going to call her, Miss Nice Nasty. I'm not going to give you her name because you'll read it in the book, but Miss Nice Nasty was very much her name. She was a very nice but nasty woman. She was very selfish. She had a great marriage, 2 kids, great career, but one thing she had was an addiction to sex. One thing that I didn't see in this story in terms of the mental health was an underlying reason as to why there was a sex addiction. Usually when people go to counseling, they end up in turn discovering the reasons for their mental anguish. However, those reasons were never developed, were never focused on or discussed. That left the reader asking a question, what was the reason why this led to her sleeping with so many people, men and women, without protection for the women, and she used some for the men. Aside from that, she was a strong character, except that she had a weak temptation in terms of her sex. If she could have handled that better, she would have been a great person. But she was a superb attorney. She was going to be a great judge. She just had some skeletons falling out of the closet. The subplot with the best friend acting crazy and still been in love with her, that was a great subplot. However, it was flat because it wasn't much reason given as to why they stopped having a relationship in the past. She did not want to reconcile with her best friend, but the reason was never stated. It just said it was a near-death experience. Arthur want to remember that you want to clarify and answer all questions, leaving readers satisfied when they finish your book. Overall, I gave this book 3 stars because of those issues. With the right editing, this is a 5-star story. So if our Arthur goes back through, gets this editing correct, answers those questions that readers are left at the end, this can make the New York's bestseller because this storyline is superb. Big ups to Lakeisha Johnson. You did a great job. Make sure you tackle those editing issues. Your cover was nice, and I look forward to reading part 2. Thank you for submitting to the book reviewers.
Oh, ballin' and demons, then hit the roof up. Still on this goop punch. 6 grams, a few blunts.